Hello, looks like there's a problem with my video, so I'm just gonna have to fix that real quick before we get underway. I think all I need to do is just remove it and try and start it again. Does this occasionally, which is super annoying. Literally working 2 minutes ago. And now I'm sideways. What's up with that? Okay. Why am I sideways? There we go. All right, now we're going. Now we're cooking. Why does it look so bad? It's all right. I've actually got a new camera coming. I've ordered a new one, so it should be much better than this. Wonder what's up with that. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what is going on? I'm sideways and I'm huge. Oh my God. All right, well, hang on. There we go. Oh my God. All right, well, it looks like everything's sort of back to normal. Might just crop the top of this off though. There we go. Go a little bit bigger. Yeah, look at that. All right, all set. Thanks for your patience while I sorted that out. Oh my God, that was awful. So thanks for coming to hang out and listen to me play and talk about stuff. I've had a lot of fun doing these live streams. This is number 4, actually. So it's cool. It's cool. Last one was like 2 weeks ago. So who have we got? I've got 2A Productions. Hello. King Ducks. That is an awesome name. Love the videos. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like them. Number 2. Oh, it looks like there's already a few messages here. People got in early. Oh, there you go. Oh no, there's a few people gonna miss it. Sorry guys. Oh well, maybe you can catch the next one. Cool, anyway, I might start doing some playing because I would love to do a bit of a warm up. I haven't played today yet, so the whole point of doing these live streams for me was to try and combine what I do on YouTube with practice, because I've been finding that I just don't do enough practice. Like I do lots of playing, which is fantastic. Like obviously I do all the demonstration videos, which are great. And that's kind of the only playing I'm doing, apart from my band rehearsals. So yeah, I'd like to get it back into doing some more actual practice so I can actually get better at my instrument instead of just staying the same. And lately I've been finding that I've been able to do that. I've been able to do some more practice, which has been really good. And combining that with this is quite good as well. And it means we get to hang out and we have a chat about stuff as well. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. I might start with something simple, I reckon. Is that working? Yes. Great. Let's go minims and crotchets. Yeah, that'll do. Third. Yeah, I really like doing sight reading as exercises now because I get bored. Like I get really bored. And sight reading's great because it's completely random all the time. And there's no way for me to just, I mean, I can configure what appears, but I can't actively choose. So it's interesting. Is there a way to check what songs are on your list? There is, but it does cost you. So for those that don't know, I have a membership system through YouTube where people will pay or donate a certain amount of dollars per month, and then they unlock perks. And one of the perks for the tier 3 is to get access to that list. Because what I can do is because I use an Excel spreadsheet online, I can set it and have a link that you can use that allows you to view it, but you're actually not able to change anything. So I don't mind having that as a perk for someone who is going for that tier 3 level. Aside from that, there's no way unless I happen to bring it up on stream if I'm explaining something or anything like that. G flat would be awesome. I mean, G flat's a cool note. I don't know what the context is though, so you might need to let me know. B flat scale. Oh, I suppose I could play the B flat scale. B flat scale is so easy. It is once you know. It is once you know what you're doing. Yeah. And because it's the scale for bandies, it's good to have that constant reinforcement. And what app is this? So this one's called Sight Reading Factory. It's subscription based. I pay, I think, this is Australian dollars, mind you, like between like $50, maybe $70 a year. So that works out to like $1 a week, really, or just over $1 a week, which is so worth it, considering most of my practice actually is on this thing, and I use it for teaching a lot as well. It's so good. All right, well, let's start the scale. Why not? Let's do the scale. So I don't know if anyone's got their instrument and wants to play along, but yeah, I'll just play the normal scale. Just one octave, I think, nothing too crazy. What about start on, okay, fine, I'll start on pedal B flat. All right, I'm gonna switch the mics over and let's play. And there we go. There is your B flat major scale, 2 octaves from the pedal B flat. I hope you like that. Mine's at the school. Oh no, did you leave your instrument at school? Naughty. Thanks, Joppy. It's taken me a long time to get somewhere that I'm mostly happy with it. Like I'm still really working on my pedals in particular to get a really nice rich tone. It's hard work, and that's kind of why I'm wanting to try and do some more practice so I can do things like that. It looks like I've got you probably noticed if you've watched one of my streams before, I've actually added a few features. So I've got a little view counter up the top and what platform they're watching from. So at the moment I've got 8 YouTube viewers, which is nice because YouTube's my main one. On Twitch, 0, Facebook, 0. So to be fair, like I used to do the Twitch thing years and years ago. I gave it a go and I didn't end up being very consistent with it. And I didn't have that many followers. So yeah, I just ended up giving up in the end because it was just too hard and I was getting too busy. And then Facebook, that's just like my normal profile. So if I've got any friends that would like to watch, should be able to do it, or maybe they won't, I don't know. Because I set all this up last night, so I don't know if any of it actually works or not. But I've also got a few other things, like there was a little chat box coming up, but it looks like the messages are disappearing pretty quickly. I wonder if I can actually just change that really quick. Oh yeah, hide delay, 15 seconds. Let's double that. 30 seconds maybe. Nice. I've also got a little poll box. So if I set a poll up, I can set that off going and that will appear somewhere. There's an alert box. So if somebody like subscribes to the channel or becomes a member or does a donate or a tip or something, then that should appear somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Don't judge me too harshly. I'm still pretty new to this. Let's see, I'll catch up on these chats. Beautiful. Thank you, King Ducks. Thanks so much. And scales can be beautiful. This is the thing, like, I used to hate practicing scales. I used to think they were the absolute worst. I avoided them like the plague. Didn't see the point. They were boring. Why do I have to memorize it? You know, that sort of, that was my mindset at the time. And yeah, it's changed a lot for me. Scales are so good. And if you're against scales, totally get into it. It's worth it. It is so worth it. Infinite butter practices too much. Is there such a thing? There is though. You don't want to burn out. Like, don't do that. You still want to find joy in what you do. And that's partly why I do the sight reading stuff, because I find joy in that. Joppy's still at school. Just finished jazz practice. Awesome. Jazz is fun. I don't get to play much jazz these days, but whenever I do, it's so good. Nice. Thanks, 2A Productions. I'm glad you liked my scale. Xavier Can't Lose Percussion or Trombone Battles. The coolest name on YouTube, I reckon. I haven't found a cooler one yet. I like how you call me a slide tuber, man. It's so funny. 2A Productions, I remember when you did New Divide on bass drum. Were you there when I did that originally? Please tell me. I'm actually genuinely interested to know. That was a long time ago. When did I release that? Let's have a peek. You're going to get a bit of an insight into what happens behind the scenes in my channel. Let's see. Filter, new. Oh, that's probably all I need. Let's face it. There it is. Oh, nearly 2,000 views. That's all right. Doesn't tell me when. Oh, there it is. There you go. March 25, 2022. So long ago. Yeah, that was when I was trying to do the Twitch thing, which never really panned out. But that's okay. Wow, 2022. That was so long ago. Anyway, you have a question? Chromatic scale. Yeah? Chromatic scales are great. Oh, you were? No way! That's awesome. Oh, well, I suppose you're probably like one of my longest followers then. That's really cool. That's really cool. Then again, I mean, you're probably there. Like I said, I just gave up and stopped for ages, and then I started doing the YouTube thing. I started up again December last year. That's right, because I did a couple of videos here and there for my students to help them out with their practice for band, because like some of these kids, they struggled a bit, and I thought having a good demonstration video that was easy to access would be useful for them. And then I had somebody comment, oh, could you do Polar Express? So I was like, sure, why not? So I did. And then somebody else says, oh, can you do this piece? Like, okay, so I did. And then I started getting more and more, and people would start watching these videos and start requesting all these different things, and it just sort of blew up. And I went from no requests to like 1 to 2, and then I've got probably nearly 300 on my list now. So it's really blown up a bit, which is really cool. I mean, I like it because it means that my content is useful and people are finding it helpful and entertaining, which is really important to me. Because I love teaching, I love helping people, and that's why I do this. Full range chromatic. Full range? Oh, I've barely played anything today. I haven't really warmed up. All I've done is a B flat major scale. Yeah, I'll give it a crack in a minute. Why not? Started to grow and you did arabesque. Yeah, it's funny about arabesque. That's huge in the US. And I've never actually heard of it before until somebody requested it, which was really interesting. And then I heard it for the first time. I couldn't stop listening to it. Like, I was obsessed. It was so good. And I'll give you a little secret. Because I started growing a bit before I got arabesque out, or before that was requested, I was secretly hoping somebody was going to request it so I had an excuse to play it. Because I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm just going to do this one for me. Like, I wanted somebody to request it. And then somebody did, and I was like, yes, I can't wait to do it. And then I did it, and it was so much fun. Yeah, Sam Hazo. Yeah, it's so good. So good. And no, I haven't been to Carnegie Hall before. That would be really, really cool. And I've got my coffee with my awesome mug that you've probably seen on my channel as well. Like, it's epic. I mean, look at the size. Like, it's just about as big as my head. I mean, this is right next to my face, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. It's no forced perspective or anything. Like, it's literally almost as big as my head. It is nuts. I drink way too much coffee. And I should probably clean my trombone after I'm done here. Started to do the what ifs. Yeah, the what ifs are so much fun. Honestly, like, it's like, sometimes it can be hard. Like the UFO stuff, I mean, I had to have a few goes at it. Which ones have I done? Did Ride by Sam Hazo. What was the other one that was a bit tricky? Refrigeration, that's right. Yeah, I had to have a few goes at with those semi-quaver runs. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna go and play. We're gonna play this chromatic scale, full range. Should I start at the top or the bottom? I haven't really warmed up, so my bottom notes are probably going to be a bit trashy, but my super low pedals aren't that great anyway. They've never really been. I'll do my best. All right, here we go. Let's do the full range chromatic scale for Xavier. Probably didn't even hear that. Yeah, well, that wasn't my best effort. Oh man. Look, to be fair to myself, I barely played today, so I'm going to use that as my excuse for either end of being a bit trashy, but yeah, like I say, my super pedals are a bit rubbish anyway. Oh, it's beautiful, Carnegie Hall. Yeah, it would be. Carnegie Hall, I've obviously seen photos and videos in there. It looks amazing. Looks amazing. refrigeration is goated. Yeah, like another piece I've never heard of before. In fact, most of the stuff that I do, I've never heard of before. I don't know what that says about me. But yeah, it's really cool getting to know all of these different pieces. Infinite Butter, I want to learn arabesque. I listen to your full trombone part for arabesque every day. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Look, I'm going to level with you guys. I actually listen to my videos probably more than I should. My partner's like, she'll catch me like watching one of my videos or just having it on while I'm like doing dishes or something, and she has a bit of a laugh because I'm watching myself, which is a bit weird, I think. I don't know, is that weird? But I just like the way it sounds, and I don't know if that's if that comes across as being a bit, I don't know, full of myself or arrogant. I don't think I am. I don't believe that I am. I just like the way it sounds. Like I just really like trombone. And the way the composers write the trombone parts, and then when you isolate those parts and then put them together as a section, there's some glorious sounds sometimes. Like Maslanka's Give Us This Day, for example. The chords in the first movement are just so good. Just so good. So yeah, Infinite Butter, oh look, it's awesome that you listen to it a lot. That makes me feel good. And it's just, yeah, it's great that you're using that to help you practice. Another question from Xavier. Can you buy a slide trumpet? You can. So if you head over to Wessex Tubers, so these guys, I think they're like stencil builds, so they're a bit cheaper. But this is where I got mine. And as you can see, there's a whole range of things you can get. And here it is here, the soprano trombone. And I don't know, oh, this is Australian dollars. So I don't know what that is American. That's probably, what, $300 or $400 American? Something like that. $450, there you go. So that's pretty affordable really. And I just bought that on a whim because I thought that's hilarious. And every now and then I'll bring it to one of my schools just for a bit of a laugh, and everyone goes nuts because they haven't seen a trombone so small. But you can go smaller, like this piccolo trombone is just stupidly small. I've never played one, but I mean, look at the case, it's tiny. I would love to have one day. I think that would be so much fun. And you can get your normal bass trombone, super bone, which is like the valves and the slide. I've never tried one of those, but I reckon that'd be interesting. I want to get this. I mean, I'd want to get a legit contrabass trombone, like a Tyne model would just be sensational. But I don't have that sort of money, and this is still 6,500 Australian, which is a lot of money for me. One day. But yeah, they do a lot of like interesting instruments. I mean, like, yeah, there's the sack butts in there. There's a valve trombone. Yeah. So that's the way to go for, because I own this one, I actually have this. It's a lot of fun to have a go on. Due on the image on JW for refrigeration, it's just inside of a fridge. Oh, is it actually? Is it actually? Oh yeah. Oh, it is too. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. So good. Cousin had the honour to play there at Carnegie Hall as a freshman. Oh, that's so cool. Horn and euphonium. I love French horn. It's such an awesome instrument, and euphonium is amazing to play. your tone is amazing, my tone is good, but like yours is more full, but that may be because you play bass trombone and you also play a lot more. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for like 20 years now, and that's not really an indication of me, like the why I sound the way I do, because you would come across like people in the community who have played for, 20, 30, 40 years, but they just do it as a hobby, so they're not really like working on their technique as much. Whereas especially when I went through uni, lots of technique work, lots of long tones, lots of slurs, lots of scales, and that's how you do it. And just being like thinking critically about your sound, about what your embouchure is doing, what your air is doing. So, I really appreciate you saying that. That's really nice of you to say. But yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example actually. Call this a teaching moment if you'd like. So when it comes to tone and embouchure, you want to avoid having tight lips. Like that is the worst thing you can do. Because your lips, they need to be able to essentially just flap in the wind. That's what their job is. Your corners, your muscles, they're the ones that keep everything working, allow the lips to vibrate when you apply air. Because as soon as you tighten your lips, it sounds horrific. So I'll give you a couple of examples. I'll play normal sound, tight lips, normal sound, just like on a B flat, just so you can hear the difference. So yeah, as you can hear, when I'm tight with my lips, it just kills the sound. There's no resonance. There's not vibrating as well. It's not as free, and there's not enough air getting through as well. So it just adds absolute tone killer. And it's the same if you go the other way too. Like if you go too loose, this is what it'll sound like. Yeah, absolute garbage. So that's yeah, super important to find the right balance, there, because yeah, as you can hear, it just does not sound very nice. Xavier, bro, soprano trombone and slide trumpet are different things. You cannot use trumpet mouthpiece on a trombone. I don't think that's right, actually, Xavier. I'm pretty confident. I'm going to go find out. I'm going to go grab it. Hang on. Okay, so I've got a trumpet mouthpiece here, and I'm just going to grab out my soprano trombone. This will be the first time actually that the internet is going to hear me play the slide. Oh, I don't have to play it, I suppose. I could just show you. So anyway, so that's what it looks like in its case, which is really, this is the Wessex one that I showed you just before. It just connects via a little twisty clip thing here. As you can see, it is absolutely adorable. I mean, look at this thing. It's so tiny. So the mouthpiece that came with it is this one here. Looks a lot. Yeah, look, just looking at this closely, it's a trumpet mouthpiece, 100%. So I'll bring that a bit closer. This one is the trumpet mouthpiece, and this one's the one that came with the soprano trombone. I'll give you a little toot, just so you can hear it. It is so funny. I haven't touched this thing in ages, Now I remember the first time I ever played it, I I did what pretty much every trombone player would do, and it just goes chunk straight off the end because it's so small. All right, I'm gonna go and play the B flat major scale on this thing, just so you can get a hear what it sounds like. Actually, it wasn't that bad. I thought that was going to go a lot worse than that. But yeah, it's this little thing. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. My band director can ride a unicycle. He did it once last year. It was quite funny. But can he play and ride a unicycle at the same time? Now that I would love to see. Forgot about the Piccolino trombone in F, higher than even the Piccolo trombone. Yeah, I'm guessing, I was just looking at the ones that Wessex actually stock, and yeah, they don't stock that one. But there's a video on YouTube, I can't remember whose it is, but the piece is called The Peanut Vendor, and it's a little circus act where they start off with like a normal trombone and then start adding other types of trombones to the melody. It's definitely worth a watch. It's absolutely hilarious. I'll post a link in the chat so you can go and check it out later, because it's definitely worth a watch. It showcases a lot of different types of trombones. There it is. 11 years ago. Wow. There you go. So yeah, check that out later. Lots of different trombones in one video. All right. Highest I can play so far is a G sharp, but I suck at pedals. Oh look, we all suck at something, don't we? It's just the nature of what we do. But, well, keep working on it. That's all I can suggest. One day it will come. I used to suck at pedals too, and now I feel like I'm pretty good at them. Particularly B flat through G. G flat down is a little more tricky for me. My philosophy with pedals is I want to play them the same way I play everything else. And I know a lot of players, they like do a weird shift. And you probably noticed that when I was doing the chromatic scale as well. And I don't really want to do a shift. I'd rather play everything the same way. But the problem is there's a finite amount of space in the mouthpiece that you can actually use. And you are somewhat limited by that when it comes to your low range. And it's also why like tubas have such big mouthpieces as well, because they play all these lower notes. Whereas if it was just about embouchure and air, then you could just play on a mouthpiece this size and still get all of the notes. So there is a bit more to it. I remember when you had your tuba. Yeah, yeah. I've never actually owned a tuba. I do borrow one occasionally. I've actually got one sitting over there at the moment that I used for a concert recently, and I've got a second one which I'm hoping to sell to a student. That's just only a friend of mine owns that. Don't play trombone, I play percussion, but I notice a lot that when composers write interesting percussion parts, the trombone parts are also pretty cool, and vice versa. Oh, really? Oh, I hadn't noticed that. Oh, very cool. Beat aficionado sounds exactly like a trumpet. Oh, it totally does. It's a trumpet with a slide at the end of the day. It's still a lot of fun. Wonder if you can play arabesque on the soprano trombone. I mean, you could, if you wanted to invest the time into that, but I don't know if I do. Have I ever played a valve trombone? No, I don't think so. Oh, I may have had like a random go at one, like years and years ago, but I've never actually properly played one. All right, well, I might get into some sight reading. Having said that, I want to test out this poll system. Let's get that off that screen. I'll pop it over on this one. So if I've done this correctly, a little poll will come up. And it's got a minute's timer, so you've got a minute to answer. Yeah. So what you've got to do is you've got to do exclamation mark vote and then which one of those. And then I'll set my range on the sight reading app based on what you've voted for. Maybe a minute's too short because it's only 30 seconds left already. Oh, there we go. Someone's worked it out. Vote low. Oh, full range. Maybe a minute's too short. It's like 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, over. All right. Oh, it went off the screen. Oh, I didn't set that right. So there were 5 votes. Gee, that was quick. Maybe a minute's too short. Do you want to have another go? Let's have another go, and I'll make it longer. I'll make it 2 minutes, double the time. How about that? So I'll go 120 seconds. Confirm, go. All right, there we go. Wow, it really spams the chat though, doesn't it? Oh my God. There we go, and now we can relax. Heaps of time, everyone knows what they're doing. It's a draw at the moment. I mean, low range only, full range. You can only vote once, by the way. So if you try and vote a second time, it's not going to work. Oh, now I feel like 2 minutes is too long. Oh yeah, little stream reminders. I've got to work out why there's 2 going off at the same time. But yes, if you are enjoying yourself and you would like to send some money my way, the link's in the chat. I would definitely not say no. Should do the Planet Suite. Oh, absolutely. That is on my list as well. Like, I love the Planet Suite. And I was thinking about how I would actually go about it. I would do it in the same way that I would do everything else, but I would only put up the movements that actually has trombone parts, because there's no point in just sitting through a whole movement of something where I'm just not doing anything. So we go, yeah, I reckon just the ones that there's trombone parts for. Right, 9 seconds left. Anyone else want to vote? It's a tie at the moment. Uh-oh. And it's done. So it's a draw between full range and low range. Oh, that's depressing. I suppose I could do both. Let's go with what did the first one finish at? Oh man. Vote full was the most voted option. Okay. All right. Let's go full range. Let's do that. So this will be limited based on what this will actually let me do. What is that? So D2, G, A, B, C, D, E. Oh my God. I might regret this. Rhythms. Let's go all of those. Give myself some breathing time as well. Okay. Whew. Let's go a bit longer. Let's go 16. Should timestamp it. Yeah. So on the ones that I've got multi-movements, I usually put in chapters, which has the timestamps for each movement. But I still wouldn't do the whole suite, I don't think. For example, like with Mercury, there's no trombone parts, so I'd probably just skip that one. And again, if people want to listen to the entire thing and then trombone added in, yeah, I don't know, probably not. Okay, let's do it. Wish me luck. Hopefully it's a bit nice. What I have noticed about Sight Reading Factory though is it's like it auto-generates based on the parameters you've set. Though like if it decides to do high notes, it will usually just stick to the high notes instead of literally being all over the place. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go, hey? Just realized something, that it has all of that on. Might take the metronome out because I'm not wearing a headset. I actually can't hear it anyway, so. There you go. I'll do this one again. I won't skip it, don't worry. There you go, that was interesting. I noticed, just looking at the cursor, I was a bit slow on the last bar. My bad. Add 16th. Oh no, not yet. And why 6 flats? I've got it set to a random key signature, so it'll just pick anything up to 7 flats or sharps. I won't go 16th notes yet. I don't want to be too mean to myself just yet. All right, I might just play a couple. Just let it run for a bit. There we go. Oh, my little E flat didn't come out. That was a shame. Oh, 2A Productions has got to go. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good day. All right, Xavier, I'll pop in some 16th notes for you. I may regret this. I'll pop those in as well then. Tempo wise, that's going to be really hard. Oh well. Oh, Nikki's back. Hello. By the way, if anyone's watching and you have any like burning questions about stuff, feel free to sing out because I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Never mind, I want to see that. Do you though? Do you? Are you sure? Look, if the 16th notes go into the pedals, I'm probably going to struggle. So if you would like to see me struggle, here's your chance. Oh, it wasn't too bad. Good 16th notes for euphonium on refrigeration. That's true, that is true. The easier part about refrigeration was that it was diatonic to follow the scale. So I didn't have to think about it too much, which is nice. I go, oh, that's just the scale. Da-da-da-da, easy, done. But when it's like this, where I haven't seen it before and it jumps around a bit, that's where it can get a bit scary. Although it's not as scary as I thought it would. So I realized I've got rhythm set to easy. Let's see what medium's like with insane range. I'm a bit nervous actually. Like everything I do on YouTube, because I record the audio separately, if there's anything I don't like the sound of, I can just redo it without having to do the entire piece again. So that's always nice. But with this, because it's live, I don't have that luxury. It's just is what it is. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, I forgot to change the mic. Hang on. Ah, no. Don't worry, I will restart it. That was really hard. And this bit here, like, can you see where I'm pointing? Is my mouse on there? Oh, it's actually not. Oh. Why is it not capturing my mouse? Ah. There we go. So when I was like pointing stuff to stuff earlier, you wouldn't have seen it. But yeah, this bit here, I can't do it. I actually can't do it. So that's D, E flat, F. At that speed, I actually can't do it. Because to play a D, I have to do that shift thing. And I just can't shift that well. For your next video, can you do minor alterations looking through a Christmas window? More than happy to do it. I think that's on my list anyway, but it won't be next, I'm sorry to say. How it all works is I try and keep it as fair as I possibly can for everybody, because everybody has their own requests, of course. So, and because I've got members as well, when they hit tier 2 and above, they get priority requests as well, because with the members, they're paying a subscription fee to access those perks. So with my Classic 5 series that I do 3 member requests, one of whichever is the most popular at that point in time, and one at complete random. Not even chosen by me. I just put it into a random number generator and just say pick a number between this and this, and whatever that number is the piece that gets chosen as that random one. So never know, that could come up as a random choice, or if enough people request it, that'll go up the list a fair bit as well. So yeah, look, it's on the list. It just probably won't be anytime soon unless a lot of people request it. Having said that though, I'm more than happy to add your tag to that list. So that puts that up a bit higher. If you just want to drop your YouTube tag or your channel tag in the chat somewhere, I'll make sure I add that later. What happened to Ghost Buddy on Locomotive Chase? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know, because I did it and it was on the video, and when I was putting it all together, and then I published it, finished it, and then it wasn't there. So the only thing I can think of is maybe I accidentally hid the layer, or I've changed the order of priority on the layers. So if I accidentally switched those 2 tracks so that the main video was the one above in priority, you wouldn't have been able to see it. So I can only imagine that that's probably what's happened there. Yeah. Can you do The Bow Idol by John Philip Sousa? Yeah, sure. Like, again, if you want to, I think I've got your channel tag somewhere already, but if you just want to pop it in the chat as well, I can add your tag to that on the list as well. All right, I'm going to do some more sight reading, because this is actually kind of fun but kind of terrifying at the same time, because this is me playing bad online. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, this is hard. This is really hard. It's only like medium difficulty for the rhythm as well. I'm kind of curious to see what hard is, but I'm also terrified of sounding really bad online. Love your vibes. Add me on Discord so that I can join your next streaming. Username Francisco067. Cool. Thanks so much. Oh, that's a Twitch comment as well. So someone's actually watching on Twitch. That's cool. Welcome. Zane, thank you for posting so much good footage of you playing bass trombone. As a high school low brass player, it's very helpful to have a lot of bass trombone content to consume to develop my sound. Also, have you played in any traditional brass bands? I know Australia has brass bands similar to England's. Yeah. Thanks for saying so, and you're welcome. And like, half the reason I do what I do is to be useful, is to be helpful. And I know that if this sort of thing was around when I started my learning journey, or if I was still in school, or even early university or in between, like it would have been so helpful just to play along, and just be exposed to what good players sound like and the different repertoire that's out there and what the parts do, and I just love how interactive that I can be as well. Because when I was first learning, we had dial-up internet. I feel so old saying that. And YouTube wasn't a thing, didn't exist. Google didn't exist either, I don't think, at that point. So, yeah, it's so different these days. So yeah, I'm super glad that you're finding this useful. That's really cool. And I've played in brass bands a lot, and a lot of my learning journey came from brass bands. And yeah, you're right, from England, the British style brass band, that's very much in Australia. Pardon me. Yeah, I love brass bands, they're a lot of fun. I find sometimes the culture can get a bit toxic though, which is a bit sad, particularly around competitions, and I don't enjoy that aspect. I love competitions. Like I love when getting all these bands together, playing really good music at a high level. It's so much fun, and connecting with people all across Australia and meeting up with people I haven't seen for a while. It's just the best. So I make sure I go to nationals every year. I don't always play in a band. I always do the solo though. I play regularly with 2 community concert bands over in Queensland. Right, I think I might wrap this up soon. I've got some work I need to do, sadly, because my work starts again next week. I'm on holidays at the moment and school goes back next week, so that kind of sucks. But I do have things to do. But thanks for sticking around. I think I have a lot of fun. But before I do go, I'm going to torture myself a little bit and find out what difficult is. I may regret this. That's such a stupid range. But that is the max. Like I can't go lower, I can't go higher. That's as far as it'll go. But I don't think I can really play higher or lower anyway. All right, let's do it. That was hard. Oh no, I dropped the 3 viewers. Was it that bad? Really? Like, it wasn't that bad. You know what's interesting though is when you think about pro level players, like the really good ones, you never see anything where they're bad. I mean, I know they're pro and I know they're really, really good, but everyone has bad days and everyone has times where they just don't sound good. So yeah, it's interesting actually. So I don't want to be like that. And look, I know I'm not anywhere near like pro level because those guys are insanely good. But I'm not going to shy away from challenges or doing stuff just because I'm worried about sounding bad or what other people think of me. Like I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I love bass trombone. I love playing, and I know what my weaknesses are. And sometimes I practice them. Trying to do more practice at the moment though. King Ducks is still here. Hello. How many trombones do you own/have owned throughout your career? Let's see. I borrowed the school one. Then I got my first ever trombone. That was super cool, by the way. Like getting my own trombone was really awesome. So that's 1. Then I got an intermediate James Morrison Yamaha model. That's 2. Then I bought the Yamaha Zeno 3. And that was all tenor trombones, by the way. I didn't actually make the switch to bass trombone until I was in uni. I did my certificate 4, just for, I don't know if it's the same in America, but it's like a bridging course, because I never actually finished school. Surprise, I finished at the end of year 10, went and did warehousing for a while, and then I decided I wanted to give it a go and do some music because I was loving it and I was getting better and it was really cool. So I did 2010, my certificate 4 on tenor trombone, and then I started bass trombone in 2011. Best decision ever. So I then bought a bass trombone there, so that'd be 4 trombones. And I bought this one, 5. If you count the soprano trombone, that's 6. Tperm99, I just got here, hi. Hello Tperm99, thanks for coming. I don't think I'll be around for too much longer. I don't know, like I've got work to do, but I'm also kind of procrastinating because I don't want to work. I'm in a bit of denial that I actually have to go back next week. Zane says, how did you like the Yamaha Zeno? I've heard very mixed reviews on those. Look, I think it's a great instrument. It really depends on what you're using it for and your own style and your own sound. For me, it was a really good, I mean, it's a professional line instrument, so it's a high level one. That was my entry level bass trombone. I didn't start out on a cheaper one or a student or intermediate model, so I went straight to the top. I loved it. Served me really well for a really long time, and my opinion of it now, I still think it's a great trombone, and I think for jazz, for example, like jazz bands or brass bands, perfect choice. Like it's quite a bright color, and when I say color, I don't mean bright, it looks bright, I mean sounds bright, like the color of the sound. It's quite bright, it's quite responsive, and it's very easy to get an edgy sound as well. And for a lot of like jazz and brass band sort of stuff, like marches in a brass band world and a lot of like their sound, it's very easy to get that on that trombone. For me personally, I wanted something a bit bigger and a bit darker, which is why I decided to go with the American style Edwards. And even then, the parts on this thing are a bit bigger and a bit heavier as well, just to contribute to that darker sound that I was looking for. And as a player, I tend to play, like my sound is naturally a bit aggressive and a bit bright. So having something that's bigger and darker really helps moderate that a bit. And I know that I could train myself out of that, and I have to an extent. Just the sound profile I'm looking for doesn't line up with the Zeno trombone. But again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you are looking for a trombone, just make sure you try stuff and make sure you shop around as well, because you don't want to run the risk of spending lots of money on something you haven't tried before, because you may not even like it. Sylvia said, like I said, soprano trombone and slide trumpet are different. I like your slide tuba. Look, I think we're just going to have to agree to disagree there. I believe they're the same thing. I don't see any difference between the two. King Ducks, I'm currently borrowing a bass trombone from my school just for fun at home. Nice! What oils or lubricants would you recommend for a Getson 3062 bass trombone? I have no experience with the Getson bass trombone, though I find with all the like in teaching, I've obviously been exposed to a lot of different trombones, and I usually use the same stuff, and I get good results on all of them. And people always have different opinions about what's good. My go-to is I use the Yamaha slide oil, nicknamed Yama Snot because it kind of looks a bit like snot when you when you use it. So I love that stuff. I've tried a lot of things over the years, and I found that one to be the best that works for me. And for the triggers, I like to use Blue Juice, but again, that's a point of contention. And some people are all for it and swear by it, and others are like, no, don't use it, it's bad. In my experience, I found it to be good. Like it really helps. Mind you, any of the valve oils that I've tried have actually worked pretty well. I like Blue Juice. That's my favorite though. And the way I do it is I stick a drop in here. I actually probably can't see that very well. So there's in the linkage, the link in here that spins around. I'll drop some in there on each trigger. For these ones over here, the bearings, you can get special bearing oil, which is a little bit thicker, though valve oil just works just as well. The thicker stuff just lasts a bit longer, really. So, and then the other place I stick the oil is drop a few drops down each of the tuning slides while I don't push the triggers down, and that just gets into the inside of each of the valves there without having to actually disassemble it. And it works really well. And occasionally I'll stick some in here as well. It's basically any part that moves, it's a good idea to put some lubricant on it. Do you know the song Arabesque? Oh, do I? It's funny, that was brought up earlier. On my channel, Band Corn, I've actually done a few demonstration videos on Arabesque. So if you wanted to go and have a listen to those, actually I might even just pop the link up for you just to save you the trouble. But Arabesque is great. I really enjoyed working on that one. I did demonstration videos for each part, and I also did a combined all three trombone parts together, and then a what if low brass version where I played all the low brass parts on my trombone. So I'll chuck those in the chat for you just so you've got them there. Arabesque. Oh, forgot to press space. And the low brass one is hilarious, but it's a lot of fun. There you go. So feel free to have a watch of those. What do you mean they are different? Slide trumpets are used in Japanese trumpet choirs. Soprano trombone uses a bigger mouthpiece. Slide trumpet has a tad of a different range. Slide trumpet has a trumpet range. Oh, I'm willing to admit that I might be wrong there. The ones that I've had experience with, like the one I showed you before, that was marketed as a soprano trombone, and it has the exact same range as a trumpet. and the slide positions and the valve combinations line up as well. So yeah, I'm like I say, I'm willing to admit that I could be wrong there. Unless you're thinking of an alto trombone, because an alto trombone is keyed in E flat and it sits in a higher range than a normal tenor trombone. I don't know. Willing to admit that I'm wrong on that one. What should I do now? Got 10 people watching. What would you like to see? Is there anything you would like me to do? I mean, I'm happy just to keep doing some sight reading and practicing on that. I'm happy to do some scales, answer any questions you may have. Yeah. Let me know. I would actually like to do a bit more sight reading though. So I might not do that anymore because that is ridiculously hard. Just pitch wise. I might do some low range practice, hey? I'll do some pedal practice. Let's do that. Let's do some pedal practice because everyone loves pedals. So the highest note will be the B flat, and I'll set for now, maybe a G. Won't go F just yet. Should I keep all those in? Nah, I reckon what I'll do, I'll take that out, get rid of the semiquavers because they're scary. And I'll take out some of the longer ones as well. So we'll do those. Yeah, let's do that. Hello, Kale, big fan from LA. Glad to see you live. Awesome, thanks for coming. Yeah, doing this live streaming thing is such a different experience for me. Yeah, I hope people like it. It seems like people do, and I have a bit of fun with it too, so that's nice. You missed all of the really bad playing earlier though. Mind you, the stream always gets, like it stays on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it if you would like. Then you get to see me play really bad. All right, let's do some pedal practice. Not sure what happened there. It's just G's and A's. I mean, I know it goes up to a B flat. It's because there's no B flat in the key signature. But I do have accidentals set, so unless I mess something up. No, definitely B flat, accidentals. I guess it was just being nice to me and just giving me some G's and A's. Oh, that felt really nice though. I've been doing a lot of pedal practice lately, and my goal's been to try and keep it as easy as my upper register. And when I say upper register, I mean like the octave above, right? So keeping everything flexible, embouchure set, air good, so I can play a little more lyrical, a bit more clean. It's been really good actually. I've been really enjoying it lately. Nobody here can get more XP. I like that. Let's have a look at the top fans leaderboard actually. Oh yeah, you are sitting on top. Nice one. Oh, 16 people on the leaderboard. That's cool. So I don't know if you guys can see the leaderboard. You probably can. But you earn XP for some reason. I don't know why. In December, you should play Leroy Anderson. Oh, absolutely. I've got a video of Sleigh Ride up already, which is really cool. But I'll have to see what other stuff he's got. Want to play Arabesque slide tuba part right now just for the memes? I mean, I can. Yeah, I could do that. I'll do that next. All right, I'll do a few more of these pedal practice things, and then I'll do that. Sound good? All right, let's get into it. That was a good one, actually. I felt really good about that. I'm undecided what to do now. I don't know whether to go and add the F or whether just to add more speed or semiquavers. I might add the F. Because that also adds G flat as well. King Ducks, I love the pep band songs that you play. Yeah, me too, actually. In another stream, I talked about how pep band, marching band isn't really a thing here in Australia. Like we have a normal, British style marching band where you just march in a column and play like traditional British marches, but we don't have anything like what they have in America. And it's so cool. So playing a few of those things, was so much fun. So much fun. Okay, let's do this next one. We've got some pedal Fs now. Yippee! That was fun. George Kaputin, voice reveal. That is his real voice, dude. I know, I just never heard it. That's funny. I did wonder what people would think, actually, because according to my analytics on YouTube, more than half of my viewers are from the US. So I don't know if you guys expected me to sound like an American. I don't know, but yeah. There you go. That's my voice. That was really fun. I love pedals. They're so much fun. And I'm glad that I'm getting better at them too. I'm going to take out, let's do just quavers, just for a laugh. And I will get to the tuba part for arabesque as well, just for fun. But yeah, I really want to, yeah, just for a bit of fun, let's just do all quavers and see what that's like. Probably going to feel a bit lightheaded after this. We'll see how we go. That was hilarious. A few mistakes in there, but you sort of get a bit lost sometimes, all of the ledger lines. That was funny. I'm gonna go a bit faster. Let's go 100. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit lightheaded, and I know that that can tend to make me feel a little bit crazy, so we're trying something crazy. Oh, the double flats were a bit mean. I couldn't think fast enough. I don't know if I played them right. We'll have to see. Okay, now, one last thing. Might do a couple in a row, but I'm going to slot back to 80 because I'm going to add in semiquavers. So we're going to have, we'll have some of those as well. Should I go, no. Let's just stick with the tails. Let's stick with the tails. This is probably going to be really bad. Let's see. Okay, that's weird. It doesn't like it. Why doesn't it like it? Maybe I need more rests or something? Oh, we'll pop that one in and see if that changes anything, hey? No. Oh no, this sucks. Maybe it's the not a quaver thing? Let's get rid of that. Let's see what that does. Ah, here we go. Oh, that was hilarious. I actually did that pretty well. I'm genuinely surprised. Genuinely surprised by that. How often will you live stream? I don't know. I don't know. So hang on, got a bit of water. Sometimes I get a bit of water stuck in this bit. I think it just sort of like goes down there. So I've got to do this weird thing where I do this to make the water go down, and then I pop that out, and then out it comes. It's just that one though, like the G flat side doesn't, I don't think. No. Weird. Yeah, so look, the live stream thing, the thing I'm conscious of is it's a lot of time. And I mean, yeah, look, I've been here for an hour and a half, which is a long time. And in that hour and a half, I could have done more. I could have worked on videos for the channel, like people's requests and things. And I am about to go back to work as well, so I'm not going to be on holiday anymore. So look, the last one I did was 2 weeks ago, and I think the one before that, 1 to 2 weeks, something like that. So I'm thinking maybe like once a fortnight, maybe once a week. I don't really know. I mean, the other thing I do really like about streaming is I get to directly interact with everybody, and I think that's really cool. And it gives people the freedom to ask any questions that they might come up with. They get to have a conversation with me. I mean, I know I'm the only one talking and you guys are writing, but that's fine. That's still a conversation. And it does mean that I can deep dive a bit more into stuff as well. Like if somebody had questions about, I don't know, improving the low range, or how to make your tone less tight, stuff like that. I can go into that in a bit more depth in this format, and I can demonstrate what I'm talking about as well with my instrument. So that's almost like a workshop or masterclass kind of thing, except I'm the only one playing. So it's just different. It's just different, and I do value connecting with everybody. So that's, yeah. But I also don't want to do it too often either, because like I said, like it is a bit of time, and then I start enjoying myself and procrastinate and then don't leave and do the things I'm supposed to do. So I don't know. Look, at the moment I'm sort of just doing it as I go. I may look at doing a regular schedule. I don't know, I might try out some different times as well. Like each of the 4 streams that I've done so far, this being number 4, I've done at 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Australian time. Because YouTube does give me a little indication about when people are online the most, like when I've got the most people or most subscribers online. And 10 o'clock sort of is in the middle of that, so I feel like it's a good time for most people, but I don't know. And I suppose like if I do schedule it in and people can expect that it's going to be this time every week or on this day, then I might get more viewers as well. Because I mean, that's the other thing I need to consider is how many viewers am I getting? Is it worth investing the time in like that number of viewers, or am I better off investing my time doing videos? And I suppose that's the thought that I'm juggling at the moment. But like I say, I enjoy doing it and I enjoy connecting with people, and I do see the value in it. So I'll keep doing them, definitely. But I just don't know how often, unless there's like a demand for it, unless people are like, yes, you need to do it more often. Moon Trains, hello. That's a new name. I haven't seen yours before. Welcome. That tuning slide is huge. It really is. I don't know why they built it so big. Because like, if I take the whole thing out, like it's that big. And if I pop it right next to the trombone, that would be all the way in. So it goes all the way down. So it's quite big. So it's good. It's good in the sense that if I needed to adjust my tuning to be super flat for whatever reason, can't think of one. Maybe the bar top gliss. I don't know if you guys know about the bar top gliss. You've got a gliss from a low B below the stave up to a C, and that's impossible on a traditional setup. So what some people do is they get the assistance of the tuba player to push the tuning slide in as they're doing the gliss, so you can make it long enough so that you can get a B as far out as you can go, and then get someone to push this in so you can play a C in first of the trigger. It's so funny. Can I do a rest before? Oh, definitely, 100%. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'll definitely do that for you. Okay, I really love following along with the sheet music in your videos, but have you run into any problems with posting that in your videos? Actually, no, I haven't run into any problems at all. So I was a bit nervous when I first started out that there was some potential to run into trouble there. So I did a bit of research into copyright, and one of the big things with copyright is distributing music. And whilst the music is displayed on the screen, it's not technically distributing it. For example, you can't go and download it. You can't download the part from the video. And if I were to make a PDF available for the part, that's where I run into trouble, because then that's just distributing the music illegally, and obviously we don't want to do that. Something I am conscious of, and I know that it's possible, is people could probably just screenshot the part and create their own PDF from that. The thing about that is that's not me distributing it. That's somebody performing an illegal activity by screenshotting the music and essentially stealing it. So that's obviously a big no-no. So yeah, I'm pretty conscious about that stuff, because I think composers, they don't get paid a lot for what they do, and when they publish parts and pieces, you pay the dollar amount changes depending on the grade or level of the piece, but they don't see 100% of that. For example, I purchase all of my music through JW Pepper, and JW Pepper would take a cut of whatever it is. So they make some money on it because it's on their website, and because they handle the back end, like the delivery of the part, storing of the part, all of that stuff. The publisher that the composer uses would take a cut as well, because they're publishing the music, and they handle distributing it to the different stores. They handle making sure everything's the layout is correct, and then the only one left over is the composer, and then they get a cut out of it. So it's like split three ways. I don't know what the percentages are. I have no idea. I don't know if the composer gets like the lion's share of that, or if it's more in favour of the store or the publisher. But what I can tell you for certain is that they don't get 100% of the profit. So anytime that somebody is like sharing parts and sharing music and distributing it illegally, that's income that they miss out on. And if they don't get income, then they might just quit. They might just say, well, there's no point composing music. I can't afford to do this. I've got bills to pay. I've got, a family to support, and then they might just stop composing, and then we don't have music anymore. And I think that's really sad. Like imagine pouring your heart and soul into writing music for people. I mean, yes, it's a passion. Yes, they probably enjoy it and they would probably continue doing it regardless. But you know, you want them to get something back for all the effort they put in. And you want them to be incentivized to write more. And who's going to be incentivized to write more pieces of music if their work is getting stolen all the time and they don't make any money from it? You know, it's kind of sad. I mean, I suppose a way to consider, like imagine you've drawn, I don't know, a picture of something, or you've created something. Maybe you've created a new recipe, or you're really proud of a drawing that you've written or something. And then somebody photocopies that and then starts giving it away to people. Like you'd feel pretty crappy about that. Like that's not very nice. Because you want to get the credit for that, and you want to get the money for that. So yeah, so I'm pretty passionate about that. So everything that I perform on my channel, I buy the parts. It means that I don't make anywhere near as much money as I otherwise would, and sometimes I probably go negatives, as in I'm spending more money than I'm earning, but that's okay because I enjoy what I do and I'm passionate about helping people, and I truly believe that that what I do is helping people, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, thank you for listening to my spiel on that. Yeah, it is something I am passionate about. So yeah, and I think it's important. You know, it's important to spread awareness about that. So yeah, the short answer is no, I have not run into trouble. I have actually had composers comment on some of my videos as well, which is super cool. Like I'm really excited about that. For example, for Arabesque, I can't remember if it was the all trombone part or the what if low brass part, but Samuel Hazo himself actually commented on the video and talked about how good it was. And I'm like, and he didn't realize that some of the parts sounded like that, and he wrote it. So I think that's super cool. And I had a comment from Randall Standridge the other day on a video of Rev, just saying, nice job. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say anything. So that was really nice and encouraging. And then I had Benjamin Taylor for Seeds of Glass. He commented on the all trombone parts video, talking about how good it is as well, and that's a fresh take. And so it's really cool getting some feedback from the actual composers of the pieces and like some big name people as well. The reason I bring that up is not to brag, but they're watching the video with the part that they wrote displayed on the screen, and none of them have had a problem with it. No, none of them have commented saying, you know, what's up with that? Why is my part available for public viewing? And there's been like another one or two composers that I've emailed directly for parts because they haven't been available on JW Pepper, and I've just explained what it is that I do, and I just say, okay, this, you know, the part's going to be displayed on the video, and are you cool with that? And everyone said yes so far. So that's really cool. Like it's nice that composers are on board with that, because again, I'm not distributing the music. I'm not making it available for people to download and print. And I suppose from a composer's perspective, it's a bit more exposure for them as well. I mean, not so much the big name composers like Sam Hayes or Randall Standridge. I mean, those guys are super popular. But for like smaller composers, I mean, I feel like that would be a feel-good moment. Like if it was me and somebody was, you know, recording a demonstration video of my part and sharing that, I think that'd be super cool. You know, so it's, yeah. Anyway, let me catch up on some of these comments. Yes, the Bartok this Sunday, yeah. Like 12k for a modified bass trombone. Yeah, no thanks. Can you imagine like spending that much money on a specific trombone for like one thing? I mean, you could just buy a specific tuning slide, I guess. So you wouldn't have to buy a whole instrument. You can just buy a tuning slide. But even so, it's not worth it. Do I follow Trombone Timo? I do. He does some funny stuff. The only ones I don't like are the put the song in reverse, because that requires me to do something, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I've never invested the time to find out. But yeah, he does a lot of fun stuff, and he's a really good player. He's a really good player. Yeah, I got to sort out that Streamlabs thing, because there's like 3 comments. 4, wow. Streamlabs is cheating. I don't think they're a part of the top chat, are they? No, they're not. Don't worry, Xavier, you're not going to lose your spot. It's funny how it's day outside for you, but for me it's pitch black outside. Yeah, whereabouts are you, George? Yeah, for me it's 10 to 12 in the morning on the 2nd of October, Thursday. So I don't know if that's different for you, but I know like in some places it's like a 12-hour difference. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Kale, I really appreciate your perspective. That's super cool. No, I'm glad you think so, Kale. Like I said, I'm pretty passionate about that. You know, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing, you know, for the composers as well. And even if they only get like a few dollars or a few cents or something from each piece or each part that I purchase, then it's better than nothing. Yeah. Hola, soy Dora. I don't know what that means. Chili. I use JW pepper, finger red #1. Nice. All right. Well, I might move off the sight reading now. And Xavier, he's very keen to hear me play the tuba part for Arabesque. Trying to think what the best way to approach it is. It's funny, the last time I performed something, like on the last stream I did a Sousa March, and then when I listened back to it, everything was late. So there was like a delay between what you guys were hearing and what was coming through the microphone. It wasn't huge, but it was enough that I'm a bit like, oh, that's a bit lame. I'd probably do it, I might do it where I'd have the track itself playing. I'll mute the other tracks and I will just play the part. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. And then I'll just display the part here. Yeah, I might do it that way. All right, let me just pull that up. But yeah, look, I'm definitely up for suggestions, by the way. So if you have something you'd like me to do, talk about, play, not play, just sing out and let me know. I'm more than happy to do anything. Oh, what did I do with the part? Oh wait, that's right. That'll be a separate folder. Oh, I've got a weird setup in my folders at the moment. I've got to fix it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Here it is. Bass trombone. Oh, not bass trombone. Tuba. Okay. The only thing I'm going to have a bit of difficulty with is maybe the page turn. Mind you, I've got a tuba. I could just skip the clap and make sure that I've got that ready to go. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Should I zoom in a bit more? Oh, that might make it harder though for me to, I know, I'll cut some off. All right, I might just leave it zoomed out a bit. It's a bit small. That's all right, I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay, that's set up. That's good to go. Launch Pro Tools. Oh, okay. The slide tuber part, not the actual tuba part. All right, so I think what you mean is the bass trombone part. All right, let me grab that real quick. There you go. Oh, wrong one. All right. So my Pro Tools is just loading. Bear with me for a sec. I'll get these comments. Let's have a look at them. What do we got? Of the great locomotive chase glisters. Oh yes, they're so good, hey. I was really disappointed that my little ghost got lost though. I love doing that, it's so funny. They're looking for a used intermediate level tenor, but every time I find a nice looking one on eBay or something else, it's coming from a poorly reviewed Japanese seller. Oh, that sucks. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, like, have a look around at your local music stores. Sometimes what happens is you'll find some really good deals around and instruments you wouldn't necessarily expect to see them, because sometimes what happens is that'll be like part of an estate where someone's passed away and then the family's left with this trombone and then they end up selling it, but because they might not necessarily be music oriented or know any music stores, they'll just go to whatever music store and sell it to them. So yeah, you never know. You'll never know what you find. Horn player at heart. Horn's great though. That's one of my favourite instruments. It's so good. John, hello. We all agree that trumpet players are icky. Poor trumpet players. No, I have some good friends that are trumpet players, so not all of them are. I remember at school though, there was some trumpet players that were a bit up themselves. So, and at uni as well. Not everyone, but yeah, for whatever reason, the stereotype is trumpet players are a bit, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a stereotype. Live in the US, need a horn, go into trombone chat. Oh, that's a cool idea. How are you start reading that? Oh, I'm guessing you're talking about that stuff. Yeah. Lots of practice. John walks, you should play The Last Centaur. That's on my list already. I remember seeing that. If you want to just drop your YouTube tag, I'll make sure I add your tag to the list. And then that'll help push it up a bit higher on the list as well. Play tenor 1. Oh, you want me to play the tenor for arabesque as well? You're British. I'm actually not. Oh, Starving Tuba. I remember your name. Hello. No, I'm actually not British. It's funny you say that though. My dad was born in England, so I suppose I'm half English, half British. Definitely an Aussie, yeah. I'm Floridian, just as weird, but I don't have rotten teeth. Oh, that's hilarious. Chile, you agree with Rossano Galante, but do Midnight Ride as well. Yeah, nice. Again, like Chile, if you want to drop your tag in, I'll make sure that ends up on the list as well. Sadly, I can't watch after 10 EST. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not going to work for everyone, unfortunately. So I already forgot what song I recommended. Oh, that's okay. I'll find it. It's in there somewhere, I'm sure. Or do you mean on the list? So yeah, when I do add requests to the list, I put your tags in there as well, so I can keep track of who's requested what and how many people have actually requested it as well. All right, Protest is all loaded up. Oh, I've got to load arabesque though. Where is it? be a fair way down actually, because that was a long time ago. There it is. I don't know how this is going to work. I guess we'll see. Mute those parts. All right, so if I press play on this, you should be able to hear it. Oh, okay, bye George, thanks for hanging out. Was it Asphalt Cocktail? I think so, actually. Yeah. Sorry, John, I'll get to it. Too busy talking. All right, yeah, all right, let's do it. So this should work. Should be in the operative word. Oh, I've got to stick my headphones on so I can actually hear the part. Be hard to play it along without actually being able to hear it. All right, just I'm going to hit play on this just to test it. That's not working. Interesting. Streamlabs is a bit weird like that. Not Streamlabs, sorry. Pro Tools is a bit weird like that. I'm pretty sure I have just the audio file sitting somewhere. Maybe. If not, I can always pull it up. Extract it from Pro Tools and yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. That's fine. Bear with me for a second, folks. Samuel Hazo, backing. Jeez, I've never been on live for 2 hours now. What am I doing with my life, guys? All right, where is it? Yep, that seems to be working. Great. All right. Let's do it. Page turns don't look too bad. That's good. All right, here we go, folks. Hopefully there's not a delay between what you hear from the backing track and what you hear from the microphone. Let me know if you think there is, because I would be interested to know. All right, let's do it. Actually, should I skip the start? Or do we want to listen to the flute solo? No, I'll skip it. Let me find bar 15. I think it's after this bit. Yep. Okay, fine, we'll go from the start. To be fair, the flute solo is pretty good. There you go. Full performance of arabesque bass trombone. Such a cool piece. I haven't played in ages. Ah, it's so good. So good. Sometimes hard to play without a conductor though. Like, I don't know how many you noticed, but the last note was a bit late. Because I'm like, there's a multo writ, and you can sometimes sort of predict it, but because there's nothing happening, I've got nothing to go off. Of just go for it and hope for the best. But I was late. Are you playing horn right now? Awesome. That's cool. Like, I'd love to have people play along. Like, that's really, really cool. If you have the Hal Leonard Pass sub, you should play the trombone part of the Incredible Arrangement by Tboneporty. I don't have a Hal Leonard Pass. I do have Make Music, so I can see if it's on there. Bravo. Thanks, Keen Ducks. You're welcome. My chops are fried. Oh, who goes here? Hello. When Sean goes to high, B flat above the staff. No way, actually. Can't speak right now. Nice. All right, well, I might see The Incredibles by Tboneporty. I'll see if it's on Make Music. If it is, I'll be able to play it. If not, then I won't be able to right now. Because I don't know if you were around earlier. Oh, you might have been. I buy all of the parts that I play, so I'd have to actually go and buy it. Nope, doesn't look like it. That's a shame. I'd have to, yeah, like I say, I'd have to go and buy the part. That's some really nuts sight reading. I'm surprised I actually managed to pull that off pretty well. Oh yes, I was doing some tuner practice before as well. Let's play Last Centaur. Oh look, again, I'll see if it's on Make Music, but if it's not, then I won't be able to do it right now. What was it? The Last Centaur? Oh, it is. How about that? Well, there you go. I can play it. Which part? Is it just, how many parts are there? There's 4 trombone parts. Wow, that's cool. I love it when composers do that. It's so good. Bass bone. All right, why not? We'll give that a crack. Hello, hope you're doing well. I am, thanks for asking. Yeah, I was actually planning on ending the live stream an hour ago, but we're still here, so. Yeah, I don't know. Like I do have work to do, but this is a lot of fun, and you guys are cool. At the whiny horn part near the end. Oh, is that when your mouth is on fire? Yeah, that's a cool bit. I love it when horns do rips. Like, they're so good. So good. One last thing for the stream, Imperial March Orchestra. Yeah, I'll have a look after this one. But again, if it's not on Make Music, I won't be able to do it. Grace notes, then B flat, A flat, G. Midnight Ride, please. I'm on my knees. You made a song that has 7 bones. Nice. Is it just 7 trombones, or is there 7 trombone parts within like a full band setting? I'd be interested to know. All right, let's give this one a crack, hey? So this would be interesting for you guys actually, because I've never seen this before. I've never heard it before. So this is a 100% sight read. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I've got some pedal A's in there. Nice. Demi, semi, quavers. Geez, you don't see too many of those. Full band, full symphony. Oh, that's cool. So full band, full symphony that's got 7 trombone parts. That is awesome. I would love to see it. Okay, I'm gonna give this a crack. Let's see how we go. just before I do though, I think John, I'm assuming your name's probably John. What was I going to say? I forgot. Oh yeah, if you want me to do a demonstration for this, like a proper video for this for real, pop your tag in the chat. I think you did already. I'll have to go and find that. Your tag in the chat and I'll add your name to the list. Actually, better yet, what might be better is if you guys just go and comment on like a post or one of my videos already for your requests. Let's keep it simple. Let's do it that way, because given this is like 2 hours so far, and I don't know how long I'm going to stick around for, and there's a lot of chats happening, it's probably going to take me a while to find everything, and I might miss it as well. So what I might recommend is if you just comment on a video I've done already or a post, and then that way, because I get notifications for most things. It's weird though, like I've noticed some comments I don't get a little notification bell for some things, which is a bit annoying, but I do try and make sure I look through and get everybody. All right, well, let's play. I've just seen your comment, what's a demi-semi-quaver? So a demi-semi-quaver is half the length of a semi-quaver. So if the beat's like that, semi-quavers, da 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 da, demi-semis, digga 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 digga. So it's just twice as fast. 30-second note, yeah. Okay, we're gonna play for real now. That is an awesome piece of music. That is so cool. Thanks for suggesting that. That was cool. Yeah. It's funny. I thought I still had another half of the song to go, because when it did that page turn, it still showed the bottom half of something. Yeah, it's funny how it like changes the view. I was a bit disappointed though, if I'm being honest, about my pedals around 75 and through here. They just didn't speak very well. It's a bit depressing. So like if I was recording this for a video, that would definitely be a bit I would re-record and do again, because I was not happy with that. But it's cool. I actually like that it finishes the way it does. Because like, with like big epic pieces and things, like yeah, usually big finishes, big chords, big loud sounds, crazy rhythms. Sometimes it's just nice to finish on something that's just a bit more thoughtful. Yeah. Let's see what's going on over here. I'm a proud American, I don't know what you're yapping about. Yeah, sorry, I do have to try and remember, because in Australia we use British terminology for everything, so like crotchets, semi-breves, all that. So I'll have to remember. Oh, but look, Rossano Galante is just such a good composer. Like every time I hear and play one of his pieces, like I just love it. I've not found one that I don't like. To be fair, I haven't played many of them, but yeah, every one I've come across I've really enjoyed. Yeah, making music does cost money. Totally worth it though. Like if I jump out of this, oh no, not library, catalog. Where's the bit? Maybe it's search. Yeah, so if I just select band and orchestra, even just concert band alone, 4,500 pieces. 4,500 pieces. That is crazy. The last time I checked that number, that was 3,500. And that's just concert band. 4,500 concert band pieces I have access to on this platform. I mean, that is cool, right? What is it for orchestra? Not that many. Jazz? There's more, 700. Oh, mind you, that's interactive versus digital. So if you'd have to combine the two. But I'm pretty sure the digital one is just the music and you don't get a backing track. So you could probably get your own backing track, I suppose, but not too many for marching band. String orchestra? Oh yeah. But yeah, concert band is obviously the favourite. So if you combine those two, you easily got over 7,000 pieces of music on this thing. And for what I pay, like, I mean, that's not even including like solos, access to sight reading and method books and things. Like there's just so much value for your money, which is really cool. But, and this is a big one, and it ties in with what I was talking about earlier with composers and buying their music. How much money do you reckon the composers are seeing from this platform? I have literally no idea. Though if I consider how much I pay per year, that's not much. And if there's like 7,000 pieces on here, I don't know if it's like a Spotify or Apple Music situation where every time it's open, clicked on or streamed, if they get money through that. I don't know. I just like it's awesome for players, but I don't know. I don't know what it's like for composers and getting value out of what they're doing. Can you play Crump? Totally. I'm happy to play anything, literally. Thanks, mate. You're welcome. Oh, that's not for me. That's a sick piece. It is. It's really cool. Like I said, love Galante's music. It's so good. So official way to request to play songs. Actually, that does raise a good point. Like, it seems like people are liking me just playing band pieces on here. And I've just been doing it through the chat. And there's not that many people, really. So it's not like if you want me to play something now, it's going to get lost or anything. But if you want me to create a demonstration video, like what I do on my channel, then just comment on just an existing video that I've got, your request, and then I can go and add it to the list from there. I'm new to this channel. Oh, welcome. Play your phone in a brass band in England, so I love brass in general. Oh, that's awesome, Isaac. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, look, playing in brass bands in England must be a really cool experience. I mean, I'm in Australia and there are plenty of brass bands here, but in England, there must be so many. It must be so many. It must be such a cool culture. Yeah. Have I played Mount Everest? No, I have not. Streamlabs is helping me out by suggesting for people to send me a tip if you're enjoying yourself, and making sure that you follow or subscribe on the platforms. I don't advocate for myself much when it comes to like getting subscribers and getting money from people. It just feels, I don't know, I feel weird about it, like being like, oh, please send me money. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just a bit weird. But if you volunteer to like send a tip my way, if you're enjoying the content or the service that I'm providing, I feel much better about that. So if that's you and that's something you would like to do, then yeah, definitely all for that. And any money that I do get from YouTube, I stick in a separate account, and I use that to buy the parts that I need for the demonstration videos, any equipment that I might need. For example, I've just bought a new webcam, which is a 4K 60 FPS quality. So that was purchased using the funds that I've earned from YouTube, which is really cool. I've got a mixer box here, which I use the same thing. So it definitely helps. Definitely helps. Well, hi Doug. What's my favourite song to play? Oh, I've played lots of stuff over the years, so I don't really know. If I go for a more broader context, pretty much anything by like Hans Zimmer, John Williams, like movie themes. I'm really into movie themes. I love playing movie themes. They're so cool. As for what's on my channel at the moment, I loved playing Give Us This Day by David Maslanka. I also loved God's Country when I did that one as well. And Arabesque, of course. I mean, everyone loves Arabesque. It's a hard one because I've played a lot of stuff over the years. Why Streamlabs? Oh, Streamlabs overtook you. What? I don't think it actually can it? Oh no, it can. It is. It's earning XP. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. I mean, on mine, it says that it's a tie with you. Streamlabs. Look, I'll figure out why it's doing the automatic post from two different places, so that way it won't beat you next time. John's heading out. I would love to see a video for the last Centaur tags. Okay, great. Yeah, I'll definitely do it, John. Again, like it depends on where it's on the list, how many people request it, because like I said before, I just try to keep things fair for everybody is challenging, and as much as I would love to fulfill everybody's requests in a timely manner, I just can't. I just don't have the time. Because unfortunately, I have to go out to work. If I didn't have to go teach at school, I'd probably get like a video a day or like 2 videos a day, and I'd be able to get through the list a lot quicker. But I just don't have that sort of time, and having a little family as well makes things challenging for time as well. But I'll definitely get to it one day. Absolutely. Isaac, it's 3:30 where I am, so it's a late night. Oh, wow. 3:30 in the morning, Isaac. Wow, that is late. You must be like shift worker or something, or you're just doing what I did last night and stayed up way too late. A lot of brass bands around here, incredibly popular. Yeah, like I just wish Australia had that sort of culture, like a real banding culture. It just doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah, we're more of a sports culture over here, which is a bit of a shame. But not that there's anything wrong with that. I would just love to see music have a bit higher priority. I was rewatching the stream because I left for a bit. Nice Arabesque. Oh, thanks, Moon Trains. Appreciate that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I hadn't played Arabesque for a while, so that was good. Don't worry, Xavier. Just spam the chat for a bit, and I'm sure you'll get up there. Now, is there anything else anybody wants me to play, maybe either from my channel or on this website? Because it's been 2.5 hours and it's nearly lunchtime, so I'm probably going to go pretty soon. And I know I said that about an hour ago. But I'm just having a lot of fun. It's really cool. Also, rugby. Yeah. Crump by Scott McAllister. All right, I'll see if it's on here. So again, like if it's not on here, then I won't be able to. But we shall see. No, it doesn't look like it. That's a shame. Slide trumpet. Yeah, sorry. Coolness for awesome. That's a cool name, by the way. Yeah, no, that's a shame because it's the way I do things with my videos is I purchase all of the parts. So I would have to go and buy it, and that's not something I can do right now. I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but it's a bit of a stuff around for right now. Though, if you want me to do a video of that, just comment somewhere on my channel, just pick a random video or a post, and just comment that you'd like to request Crump by, who was it? Scott McAllister, and then I'll be able to add that to the list when I do that part of it later. Zip Line by Jared Hall. Okay, well, let's find out. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Gerard, capital R. Is that how you say it? Gerard? I guess so. How many parts are there? 2 trombone parts. So, who suggested that? Moontrains. Which part should I play? Side drum. Bro, you're my goat. I love your playing. Oh, thanks, Cookies. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear because you guys would all understand this being players as well. Or even if you're not, if you're just a casual enthusiast. Like we're always so negative and critical of our own playing. And sometimes it's hard to step back and reflect on, the things that go well and the things that you are good at. Like for me, I'm really good at sight reading. Like my music literacy is really good. Like my pedal range is not so good. I mean, down to a pedal G, that's good. Below that, I can hit the notes, but I can't do it consistently. And then I get really critical of myself about that because I'll see YouTube videos of players and at competitions and things, and they'll be able to just absolutely smash out these pedals, and I can't, and that can be pretty demoralizing. Even Gogeta likes his playing. Awesome. I am actually a bit of a Dragon Ball Z fan, so that's that's cool. Do you have an email? I'd love to send you some of my compositions. Up to you, I don't mind. Yeah, sure. I'll drop it down here for you. Like, I don't mind like sharing emails and stuff because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're annoying me and if I don't like you, I can always block you. But yeah, shoot it over. I'd be keen to see it. At some point, I may even play them. But again, like, I've got like a huge list of pieces, so it's not always gonna. It just takes time to get to these things. I can choose. Okay. Oh, Cookies, thank you. Yeah, Incantation of Dance is such a cool piece. I really liked it. I played this piece on first. Oh, maybe I'll do first then, just so you can maybe bring back some memories or something. Prelude, Siciliano, and Rondo. I feel like I know that. Don't know. The name seems familiar. Don't know. All right, well, let's do some more playing. Zipline. Gerard. I wonder why his name's like that. What if it's like a cultural thing or something? I'd be interested to know. Anyway, let's play. And if you're playing along at home or wherever you are, that'd be really cool. Don't need to play them. I'd just be interested to hear your thoughts. Oh, okay. Yeah, like if I find some time, I'll be more than happy to let you know what I think. If you've got anything specific you want me to give some feedback on, then let me know in the email. All right. That's cool. I really like that. Tell you what though, that hurt. Well, not hurt, but oh. Oh, Xavier. That's that's a lot of messages. My jazz guy or concert band guy? Yeah, concert band, I would say. I mean, I was like, my training is, I suppose, orchestral, like I'm classically trained. Oh, yay! Thanks, Cookies. That's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm a classically trained musician. I've done jazz bands all my playing life though. So like through school I did jazz bands, joined community jazz ensembles as well as concert band and brass band. Done the orchestra thing as well. So I do have a lot of experience in pretty much every genre. But I would say my main would be concert bands. Yeah, because I'm in two groups and both of those are concert bands as well. So yeah, I mean, look, I love playing in orchestra. Orchestra's a lot of fun and there's some really cool music there. There's just sometimes it's just a bit boring in rehearsals. Lots of like, depending on what you're doing, right? Because you could end up with a piece where there's lots of rests and they've obviously got to work on like the strings a lot because they have some challenging parts and strings are hard. But yeah, concert band's where it's at for me. Lots of slide trumpet. Yes, I think he does like slide trumpet. I suppose have you overtaken again? I'm sure you have. And at the end of the day, Streamlabs doesn't count. They don't count. They're an AI. Well, not even an AI, it's just a bot. I'll look at fixing that so it's not so annoying. Oh, thanks again, Cookies. That's really cool. And like having members and people sending donations and tips and things, it really makes a difference for me, and it just means that I'm not as out of pocket when it comes to buying all of this music, because it all adds up. It's can still be quite expensive in the long run, and like I say, it does give me the opportunity to upgrade equipment and things. Yeah, it's cool, and just like eventually, like my absolute dream goal would be to be able to reduce my teaching load and do more of this. Whether that's streaming, whether that's more YouTube videos, a combination, that would be really cool. And quite literally, the only barrier to that is income. Like if I were to get enough income from ad revenue, members, merch. Yeah, I've got merch, by the way. I don't just did it as a bit of a laugh. That's where this mug comes from, actually. Yeah, so if I can get enough income from what I do online, like YouTube and streaming, it would just mean it would mean a lot, because then I'd be able to spend more time doing it. Which means I'm mainly a concert band because I love French horn, but I can always come back to trumpet for jazz and have fun. Oh, absolutely. And look, jazz band, playing in a jazz band is a lot of fun, and the parts are really cool. It's really, really cool. Oh my god. So many slide trumpet spams. Saving and Streamlabs are tied. It's so funny that Streamlabs counts. I wonder if there's a way to just remove that from YouTube counting them. I don't know. What's my favourite concert band song of all time? Oh man. Favourite concert band song of all time. That's a really hard question. Oh, because look, I've played so many over the years. I don't really know. Oh, First Suite in E flat. Yeah, that is a cool one actually. I do like that one. It's pretty high up on the list too, so you may even see that coming up soon. Maybe the next few months. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It is. It's really cool. Look, there's so many pieces that I've done that I've just really gotten into. If I narrow it down to just what I've done on YouTube so far, it's Give Us This Day, I think is probably going to take top spot. That one, God's Country, Rosano Galanto as well. That's an awesome one. Where's my list, just in case I'm forgetting any? So I've got a few monitors set up here, so that's why I'm looking over this way. Let's see, completed tab, what do we got? Oh, that was fun. Into the Joy of Spring, James Swearingen. That was a really cool one actually, I really liked that. Asphalt Cocktail is awesome. Actually, yeah, Where the River Flows. That was a really nice one actually. That one's not as popular, I noticed on my channel, but it is. It's a really cool piece. I really like it. How to Train Your Dragon, obviously, is super cool. Oh, is it Among the Clouds? Brian Balmager's grade 3 piece. That's another really good one. Vesuvius was cool. Lola Flores was pretty cool. Havana Nights was awesome. Refrigeration's awesome. I enjoyed the Heroes of the Marvel Universe. That was a lot of fun as well. Yeah. My problem is I just like lots of pieces. I just like a lot of stuff. I can't really decide which ones are my favourites. And Arabesque was really cool as well. Yeah, Samuel Hazo is a really cool composer. Clutch, Brian Bamage's Brace for Impact. Oh, I know Brace for Impact. I haven't played it, but I know of it. Oh, that's a really cool one, I think. Byzantine Dances is cool as well. Sent you 3 pieces I've written, one for brass band, one for piano, and one for strings. Nice. I'll have a look later. That's cool. Is it so good? I get what you mean. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Oh. All right. So look, I've been live for 2 hours and 48 minutes. I need to put a cap on this, otherwise I will probably be here all day. And I do have things I need to do and lunch to eat. And I know particularly after the zip line that I played just then, like lips are starting to go a little bit. It's more when I play high stuff, particularly with long notes. Because I mean, like at the end of the day, this is still a bass trombone and the mouthpiece is big. So it does take a bit more strength and effort to play high stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna cap it at 3 hours, I think. So that means you've got 10 more minutes and then I don't know when I'll do my next stream. I don't know, because like I say, I've got work going back next week. Don't know if I'll do one next week, maybe the week after. I don't know. See how I'm feeling, see if I can get ahead in my scheduled posts. Actually, yeah, Cookies, which tier did you get? What if it shows up on here? Brass Buddies, nice. So yeah, so you get access to the basic stuff, like you get all the members only content. You don't get priority piece requests. That's from tier 2 and above. But you do, like I say, you get members content. You get to see any of the videos I've currently got scheduled. So if you were to go onto my channel now, you will be able to see 3 videos that no one else can. Because I've got scheduled to come out in 2 days, Counting Stars by arranged by Robert Longfield. So that was a request because my Classic 5 series that I do, the 5th spot is now a random piece from the list. So that was one of the random ones. And that was actually a bit of fun. I enjoyed that. There's The Witch and the Saint by Stephen Reinecke, second trombone, and Rev Randall Standridge, second trombone. So all 3 of those are available for you to watch whenever you like. And yeah, only members have access to that at the moment. Eventually they all do come out, of course, because I want everybody to have the opportunity to watch everything and use everything. Though, you know, if people are going to give me money for what I'm doing, I want to make sure they get something out of it. Can I play all low brass for clutch and timpani part, all trombone parts, just 2 parts for bass for impact, all low brass including Barry sax, Byzantine, dancers? That's a lot of work. Oh, look, like I said before, I'm more than happy to do absolutely anything. What I will ask you to do, Xavier, is if you can post that somewhere on my channel, like on a video or a post somewhere, so that I get a notification, and that way I'll definitely see it. Whereas I'm not going to go through the chat, like 3 hours worth of chat to find requests. I'm just not going to do that. So yeah, just chuck it on something, so that way I'll definitely add it to my list. And you overtook Streamlabs, nice work. West Highland Sojourn is a really tough piece for grade 3. UFAD has a high G in the 3rd minute. Nice. That's on my list too, actually, somewhere. Nice. All right, well, like I said, let's go 8 minutes. So we've got 8 minutes to go, 7.5 to 8 minutes. What would you like? Would you like me to play another band piece, or maybe have a look at something from the orchestra selection, sight reading? I'm open to ideas. Just won't be much because there's not much time left. Because no, I do need to move on with my life. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. Siciliano and Rondo. All right, let's see if that is on Make Music. I'm assuming that's how you spell it. Is it that one? For Prelude, Siciliano and Rondo by John Painter. I'm just waiting for your response cookies, just so I know for sure. Yep, okay. Now, how many parts are there? 3. All right, well, I might play the 3rd trombone part, just because, well, I mean, bass trombone. Oh, I just realized you guys can't actually see it while it's sitting on its stand. I'll play the bass trombone part because bass trombone's cool. It's my main instrument after all. Like I said, my lips are starting to go a bit, so the 1st trombone, I'll probably get chopped partway through the piece. All right, well, I don't know how long this piece is, but, oh, it's actually not that long. Oh no, this is just the 1st movement. I've got 3 moves. Okay, so this will probably take us through to 3 hours. Anyway, cool. Oh, I'm excited. All right, let's do it. That was cool. Really cool. Yeah, I really like that one. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. I'll catch up with these comments. Youth is so fun. Yeah, Euphonium is so fun. Euphonium's great. I actually have one that I'm borrowing. It's a student model one. It's not amazing, but even so, it's still really nice to play. The solos from Holst for Euphonium, yeah, absolutely. I forget which suite it is, whether it's the first or the second one. Bum ba da ba bum 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 do 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 do. That one. Can't remember. Fantasia on Dragonson, something like that. Is the movement name. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. The one song that you played, the snare drum part, made me laugh. Yeah, me too. I had a good laugh at that one when someone suggested that. It was really hard. Like, it was literally, you probably heard when you're listening to it, it was literally at the limit of what I can actually do for double tonguing. Tremaine, you can't be lazy with tonguing, which is why Euphonium was my choice. Yeah, that's true. Definitely look at Siciliano and Rondo. Great locomotive chase snare before trombone part is crazy. Yeah, well, so because the way I do my videos, I do a classic 5 series, which is my main content, demonstration videos, and I do them 5 at a time. And in between that is my opportunity to do other stuff. And because the order of which I do everything is really determined by how many people request a particular piece, that's why we ended up with the snare drum part and the tuba part before the trombone part, because the trombone part just didn't have enough requests. And with the what if stuff, I just sort of choose that a bit at random. I do sort of go by how many people have requested the what if stuff, but I also just, if I see one there, then I'm like, yeah, I really want to do that. Or if I'm a bit busy and I don't have a lot of time to work on it, then I'll just choose something that's a bit easier, a bit more manageable, or something that's won't take as long to put together. For example, there are a ridiculous amount of requests for Arabesque's flute part with the solo included. And I just know that is going to take a ridiculous amount of work for me to get good at that. But so I can upload something that people will actually want to listen to and actually enjoy listening to. Because I'll be challenging myself to read the actual part as well. So I'll be reading treble clef C, which I can do, but I'm not as fluent in that. And given flute is so crazy, it's going to be quite the challenge. But that'll be like Christmas holiday sort of stuff because I'll need the practice time. Oh, so I could have skipped the second movement. No, the second movement is actually really cool. Like I really enjoyed that. And it turns out I have actually played this before. And because I knew when I was doing the first movement, I'm like, this feels familiar. But I wasn't certain. It wasn't until I heard the trumpet in the second movement that I was like, yeah, I've definitely done this before. And oh, what a great part though. And the trumpet player on the recording did such a good job. Have fun with movement 3, lol. Good one. Yeah, look, once I realised I'd played this before, I couldn't remember it until I saw it, the third movement. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So that wasn't a sight read for me. That's something I've done in a band. But it's fine. Like my reading's pretty good, so I'll be able to sight read most things. But yeah, I'm not stressed about that. As I said earlier today, like I'm not. If I do something and it ends up being bad or sounding bad, I don't really care. Like it's fine. Horn Concerto 3 Rondo Tuba part. Be wary, there's a lot of horn. Well, I suppose being a horn concerto, that would make sense. Made the French horn for that song. Nice. Arabesque French horn part. Yeah, that's been requested. I think at this point, pretty much every part has been requested for Arabesque now. And at some point, it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to do what I did with the What If low brass and do it sort of section by section. So obviously I did the trombones and then I expanded to the euphonium and the tuba. So I've now got the low brass one done. And then when I start doing the woodwinds, I might separate it into like, I don't know, lower woodwinds and upper woodwinds, maybe? I don't know. I haven't really worked out exactly what I'm going to do yet. But there'll be like, because I did low brass, it would make sense to do a high brass version. And then it makes sense again to do the same thing for the woodwinds, like low woodwinds, high woodwinds. And then I'll do like just a brass one, just a woodwind one, and then all the percussion parts as well. And then put it all together. And it'd be really interesting to hear what that sounds like. It's probably going to sound absolutely disgusting. But it could also sound really cool. So, don't know. We will see. I'll do it one day. Like one day I will complete that. We'll just have to wait and see. Mistyped it. Mozart Horn Concerto, yeah. Mozart Horn Concertos are so popular. Clarinet Arabesque, yeah, look. Everything Arabesque woodwind, except for maybe the low woodwinds, is just going to be a nightmare, I think. Play the song by myself. Yeah, absolutely I am. Actually, no, I will do it true. Because I thought maybe I'll just do everything and then keep percussion separate. So I'd have like me playing all of the below-y parts and then percussion just doing percussion. But where's the fun in that, right? I might as well do all of the percussion parts on trombone in some way. It's going to be really entertaining. Because I did actually buy, it's behind me, a sample pad. Again, using YouTube funds, which is really cool. And I've been working on doing something for my kids at school. So I teach primary school, and we call it P to 12, which is prep to year 12. I don't know what you guys call it, maybe elementary or something. But for my primary school kids, they've got a few pieces that they're doing, and I thought it'd be really fun to play all of their parts and then loop it all, and put it all in one video, and have myself green screened in a band formation based on the parts that they have in the band. And I had no way to do percussion because I don't own any percussion. So that's where I had the idea for the sample pad, because then I can do all of the percussion on that. So I've recorded all of the parts now, me playing all the parts. I've just got to do the video side of things now. But that'll be a lot of fun. And it's me playing the actual instruments, by the way, not just all on trombone. Like I'm playing an actual flute for the flute part, and so on. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I can just see and hear their reactions already. It's going to be quite hilarious when I eventually finish that. All right, I think I slapped the mouthpiece for snare. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't be able to slap it fast enough. That's the only thing. No, I'll probably do the same thing that I did for the Great Locomotive chase, and just pick a pitch that I think sounds somewhat close to a snare drum and just roll with that. What if Arabesque concert band in 2050? Oh, look, it won't take that long. I'll probably get it done this year, I reckon. I don't know. Not 2050. It'll be either this year or next year. Do they know you make YouTube videos? Some of them do. Like we've got some rules around that. Like, we're not allowed to interact with our students from the school in an online context. So, and we're told that if a student finds us online, we need to block them, and then adjust our settings to try and mitigate any possibility of that happening again. I kind of get why they do it. I feel like it's a bit old-fashioned though. But yeah, so where I'm at, it's sort of a bit weird. It sort of sits in a bit of a grey area, because I'm making content on YouTube. I'm not actively seeking out my students to have conversations with them, and it's not like I'm going to block them. I don't even know if I probably could block people, but I wouldn't really want to, because it's useful content, it's educational, and it will help them. So I feel like it's a bit of a grey area, and I know there's been students that have found me on here and watched some stuff. They haven't commented though. I think one person did comment ages ago, but I've never gotten in trouble for it or anything, and I think I could probably talk my way out of any issues that might arise, because it's a public forum as well. It's not like it's private messaging, which I feel is probably the main concern. Yeah, I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but what I do make sure I do is I don't advertise it. I don't say, this is my channel and go find it. I'd say if you happen to find me, then whatever. But sometimes I'll do a demonstration video that will relate directly to what they're doing, or I don't know if any of you have seen the concert band play along thing that I've done. So I do, on MuseScore, I write in everybody's parts, and so you can see a score, set it up to go horizontal scroll, and I just screen record that, so they can hear what it's supposed to sound like, they can see where they're up to in the music, and they can also see what everybody else is doing. So for example, if you're a saxophone player, you might go, oh, I'm doing the same thing as the trombones there. That's really cool. Now I know that I'm doing that. So I like to do that occasionally, and then I will send that link directly to the families. So again, grey area, because it's on my channel and I'm sending them a link to a video on my channel, but it's not like an invitation to have a conversation or like start private messaging online or anything. So yeah, haven't had any problems yet, and look, if I end up do end up getting any issues arising out of it, like I said, I'm sure I can talk my way out of it. And if not, then I don't know, ask for forgiveness. Look, I'm sorry for trying to help the students. I'm sorry for trying to make them better. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah. Anyway, I might leave it there for real this time. It's now, I said I was going to leave it 3 hours. It's now 3 hours 16. So, and no, I'm not going to 3:30. I'm not gonna round it. I'm just gonna stop because I've got to have lunch. It's now 1:20 in the afternoon, and like I said, I do have work that I need to do, which is depressing. But anyway, if you've made it to the end, thank you so much. It's been absolutely awesome. Like, I've really enjoyed doing this, and for some weird reason, I was a bit nervous before starting it today. I don't know why. Maybe I was worried nobody would watch. I'll just be like sitting here by myself, twiddling my thumbs. But no, this was fun. And, you know, I think I will look at trying to schedule in something a bit more regular. maybe once a week or once a fortnight, something like that. Because that is a lot of fun. It brings me a lot of joy, and I love interacting with all you guys. It's just great, you know, and then it's an avenue for you guys to ask me some questions or to hear your favourite pieces or give my opinion on stuff and, you know, just generally be helpful, you know. And if you do want help with something, you know, even if it's like, if there's a piece you're working on and I don't know, if it's a new piece and you're like, oh, I need some help with this, I don't quite understand, as long as I can access it through Make Music, or if I own the piece already, I'm more than happy to walk you through it, like turn it into a bit of a workshop or a teaching or a learning opportunity. Like, I'm happy to do that. So, yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a good day as well. And yeah, it's been a pleasure to play for you guys. It's been fun. And I appreciate your comment about should be having more subs. I mean, look, that would be nice. Like I said ages ago, like my goal is to try and do this as a full-time gig, and that won't happen without subscribers or members or more watch hours and things like that. But I mean, if we're going to be realistic, I mean, I started doing this and it started taking off around December last year. So I haven't even hit a full year yet, and I've gone from, I think I had already like 200 or 300 subs before I started gaining traction in December. And now I'm sitting at just over 3,000. So I mean, for that, in the space of less than a year, I'm like pretty happy with that. Like, I'm pretty happy with that level of growth. And yeah, I think I just need to be patient and just keep doing what I'm doing and have some fun with it. As long as I'm helping people, that's what matters the most for me. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much again, Cookies. Great to see you coming on board as a member as well. That's really cool. Enjoy the members only content. Like, I've done a few members only shorts with like some stories and things, or something I'm working on. I do want to try and do some more of those as well. And then with the scheduled videos, I'm trying to get back into a regular release schedule for everybody, but you guys can view it as soon as I upload it. So make sure to check that out as well. And if you're not a member and you've got some spare cash lying around, I feel so cringy saying that. All right, on that note, I'm out of here. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.